This is the Modified Science Earth History Test. Just as a reminder, take your time, study the diagrams closely, and do the best that you can. Make sure you put your first name, your last name, and then choose the hour. All right, for questions numbers 1 through 3, you're going to refer to this picture right here. You can see there's a 1 right here, a 3 right here, a 4, and a 2. Okay? You and a friend are hiking through a canyon. You tell your friend that the rock layers in the canyon are all different ages, and you can tell which rock layers are the oldest and which are the youngest. She picks 4 different rock layers on the canyon wall, as shown in the photograph. Which layer is the youngest? Okay, is it layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, the youngest? Still referring to that picture. Number 2, which layer of rock would contain the oldest fossils? Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, or layer 4? Number 3, still referring to the picture. What type of layered rock often contains fossils as shown in the picture above? So is that picture metamorphic rock, igneous, or sedimentary? Number 4, which law states that in horizontal sedimentary rock, the oldest layers are at the bottom? Law of superstition, law of sedimentary, law of stratosphere, law of superposition? Number 5, how do the layers of sedimentary rock form? Layers of sediment are deposited over time, solidifying into rock. Rocks are scattered and collected again after a meteor shower, creating distinct layers. Fossils that are buried close together form layers of rock and bone. Or volcanoes erupt, pouring out lava, which then cools into sedimentary rock. For number 6, you're going to refer to this picture of the rock layers. Notice that you have layers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side you have A, B, C, D, and E. Notice that layer 1 is the same age as rock layer C, and layer 3 is the same age as rock layer D. The question is about layer 2. Using the picture, what can be determined about the fossil in layer 2? The first one, the fossil in layer 2 is younger than the fossil in layer A. The fossil in layer 2 is younger than the fossil in layer 1. The fossil in layer 2 is younger than the fossil in layer B. Or the fossil in layer 2 is younger than the fossil in layer D. Number 7, relative dating is used to determine what? The approximate or about age of an event in comparison with the age of other events, the exact age of an event, the absolute age of an event, or the length of time between 2 events. Number 8, relative dating allows scientists to place rocks and fossils in order from blank to blank. Is it strongest, weakest, heaviest, lightest, ugliest, prettiest, or oldest, youngest? Number 9, what type of widespread fossils existed for short periods of time? Trace fossils, index fossils, molds, or casts? Number 10, what type of fossil provides evidence of the activities of ancient organisms? trace fossils, index fossils, molds, casts. Number 11. What type of scientist studies fossils to learn about organisms from long ago? Geologist, biologist, paleontologist, or chemist? For numbers 12 through 13, you're going to refer to this diagram. Here you see there's a rock, 4 pictures of a rock. This first picture is a newly formed rock. And you can see down here, it's 100% uranium, 0% lead. The second one is a rock after 700 million years. Here you can see it's 50% uranium, 50% lead. Here you have rock after 1,400 million years, or 1.4 billion years. You see 25% is uranium, 75% is lead. And then this last one, it's a rock after 2,100 million years, or 2.1 billion years, and it's 12.5% uranium, 87.5% lead. Okay, so using those, answer questions 12 through 13. Okay, compare the percentages of uranium and lead in each of the pictures. What can we hypothesize? First one, it's an uranium rock changing into a rock of lead. It's a lead rock changing into a uranium rock. The rock is not changing. Or the last one, the rock is changing into a fossil. Okay. Number 13, make sure you go back and look at the diagram. Let's say you found a rock that contains 20% uranium and 80% lead. About how old is the rock? Is it between 0 and 700 million years old? Between 700 and 1400 million years old? Or is it between 1400 and 2100 million years old? Number 14. What method do scientists use to determine the exact age of a rock? Relative dating, absolute dating, comparison dating, index dating. Number 15. Absolute dating relies on blank to determine the ages of rocks and fossils. Radioactive elements, physical appearance, both, neither. For questions 16 through 18, you're going to refer to this clock model. Okay, here at the beginning, this is like saying 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, and then we go clockwise and it ends up at 12 o'clock noon. Okay, so these are AMs until you get to a PM. Okay, so here you have at 12 o'clock AM, Earth forms. At 1:34, the oldest Earth rocks form. At 2:21, oldest fossils of life. This is a picture of bacteria. For a long time now, long time passes before we have origin of animals. At 10:26, at 10:48, we have the origin of land plants. At 11:23, we have the origin of dinosaurs. 11:28 is the origin of mammals. At 11:50, there is an extinction that wipes out the many dinosaurs. And then at 11:59 and 58 seconds, we have the origin of modern humans. Number 16, in comparison to the age of the Earth, what do we know about the existence of humans? Humans and dinosaurs existed together. Humans have lived on Earth for a brief amount of time. Humans have been in existence longer than plants. Humans have lived on Earth for most of Earth's history. Number 17, order these organisms from the oldest to the most recent. Humans, bacteria, plants, animals. Plants, animals, humans, bacteria. Bacteria, animals, plants, humans. Bacteria, humans, plants, animals. Number 18, using the clock model beginning at 12 o'clock midnight and ending at 12 o'clock noon, at approximately what time do humans appear? 1:30 a.m., 4:45 a.m., 9 o'clock a.m., 11:59 a.m. Okay, for questions 19 through 24, you're going to refer to this time scale. So here you have the true time scale. You can see that's in red. That's the most amount of time. But here you have era, period, million years before present. Present time is up here, so this is where we are, and events. Okay, so answer the questions based on this chart. Number 19, Earth's history is divided into these 4 eras. So look back at the chart. Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic. Cambrian, Cretaceous, Jurassic, Devonian. Mesozoic, Triassic, Permian, Carboniferous. And last, Tertiary, Jurassic, Silurian, Cretaceous. Number 20, look at the true timescale column located on the left of the diagram. Which era of time was the longest? Cenozoic, Mesozoic, Paleozoic, Precambrian. Number 21, which era did the dinosaurs exist? Cenozoic, Mesozoic, Paleozoic, Precambrian. Number 22, which era do humans live in? Cenozoic, Mesozoic, Paleozoic, Precambrian. Number 23, about how many years have humans existed? 300 years, 300,000 years, 3 billion years. Number 24, how old do paleontologists think the Earth is? 4,600 years old, 46,000 years old, 4.6 million years old, or 4.6 billion years old? Number 25, what is the geologic time scale? It's a scale that weighs the Earth in kilograms. It's a calendar of events in Earth's history. It's a map of the locations of all dinosaur fossils. Or a scale that measures the diameter of the Earth. Last question. What is scientific theory? Is it the questions scientists try to answer, the experiments scientists perform, the observations scientists gather from experiments, or an explanation or answer to a scientific question based on evidence? Take your time, go back, look at various questions, refer to those diagrams or those charts, make sure you've done the best that you can, and once you feel good, go ahead and hit submit.